All right, welcome. My name is Matt Davis. Thank you for choosing to make Stanton Street your yoga home this evening. This is an hour-long, all levels vinyasa flow and meditation class. And so the theme this evening is non-attachment. I'll begin the class with the Guru mantra and then do a little quick Dharma talk. Om Magyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om. Sanskrit mantra essentially means thanking one's guru for lighting the dark path and bringing one from the darkness into the light. The reason we begin the class that way is because yoga is an ancient practice and these practices are passed down. Often the best way to get in touch with them is to simply move through the asana and kind of receive some of the wisdom. There are 8 kind of folds of yoga. One of them is the physical practice, the asana. Another is non-attachment, or aparigraha in Sanskrit. What does that mean? Essentially, non-attachment for me is about realizing when I have desire, it pulls me away from the present moment. So if I think, oh, I really want to rent that apartment over there, or I really want to go on that vacation over there, or I really wish I had some more money, or I really wish that I felt safer. Those desires, those wishes and wants take me away from the present moment. And learning to be non-attached, kind of experiencing the world just as we are and in the present moment, is best done through the physical practice of asana and just reflecting on that as we move through today. So we'll begin the practice just finding a comfortable seat and just being aware as we move through, if I have a want or a desire, can I refocus on the breath? Can I practice aparigraha or non-attachment and just remove the mind and represent in the body? So finding a comfortable seat, hands facing up on the knees, crown of the head reaches high, just noticing the back. Where am I this evening? Where is my spine? What sort of shape and condition is it in? And is it giving me any messages right now? Is it telling me, thank you for stopping? Is it saying, I'm ready to do some yoga? Or is it saying the opposite? Noticing the breath. So my right hand on my chest, my left hand on my belly, and just breathing normally, but noticing the rise and fall of the belly and the chest as the breath comes and goes. Breath coming and going. Thoughts and feelings arising and falling away. So much time during our days is spent not doing this, that it can feel quite strange at first to just be noticing the breath again. I was speaking to someone on a Zoom call today who said she forgot to eat yesterday. She was running around from thing to thing, which was pretty stressful sounding. But I said, did you remember to breathe? And she thought I was crazy, but also I don't think she really understood what I was saying. This breath of ours is all we really need to chill out. And when we tap into it, the rise and fall, the physical sensation, we realize it's the body does it, doing its own work. Just bringing the left ear, bring the hands to the left, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Just breathing normally. And then exhaling, just rolling the chin down to the chest and inhaling to bring the right ear to the right shoulder and then rolling the head back. And left shoulder, left ear, exhaling out. Inhaling, right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling left ear to left shoulder. Changing direction, left ear, left shoulder, inhale. Right ear, right shoulder, exhale. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, one last round. And coming to rest, the chin on the chest. Just breathing there for a moment. Bringing the hands to clasp behind the head and just allowing the neck, the sort of weight of the arms, not pushing down, but just allowing the weight of the arms to just bring a nice stretch into that upper spine as the head hangs slightly heavier. Just breathing normally into that. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Hands back to the lap. We'll come over, rolling forward into a tabletop. Hands on the mat. And we'll take a comfortable cat-cow. So inhaling, just to rise up into the cow shape, and exhaling over into cat. Inhaling for cow, and exhaling over into cat. This is the time where I sometimes bring in that slight constriction in the throat, just so I can hear the breath. That's the Ujjayi breath in yoga, and it's just that kind of oceanic Darth Vader sound. Inhaling up to cow, and exhaling over into cat. Adding any intuitive movements of your own here, maybe swaying the hips, maybe deepening the expression of the poses. Just taking 2-3 more of these on your own time with your own breath. And then coming to the neutral tabletop, extending the right foot out behind me, and I'm just rolling back and forth on the ball of the right foot. I'm in a cramped space here, so you're going to have to trust me. You can't actually see my foot, but just opening up that right hamstring and breathing into it. Very nice. Extending the left arm out in front and just raising that right foot off the mat. Just holding that. Just noticing, can I stay present here? Breathing normally. Can I stay present, or does the mind instantly go somewhere else? Do I want something? And if I do, can I return my attention to the breath? Sometimes watching the mind even move in a simple posture like this gives us an awareness of how strong the mind is. Exhaling, left hand back down to the mat, right knee back down to the mat. Inhaling, left ball of the foot around on the mat behind me, and just breathing in and out as I rock back and forth on that left ball of the foot and breathing into that left hamstring. Inhaling and exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling and exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, inhaling to bring that left foot up off the mat, right arm out in front of me. And again, we're not doing anything except for breathing normally and noticing if there's a sudden desire in the mind. Maybe I suddenly think about what's for dinner later. Can I return to the breath? Does the mind run again? Can I accept it lightly and return my attention to the breath? One more breath here. And exhale, bringing the arm back down. Good. We'll just rock back into a child's pose, so the knees come wide, hips come down to the mat, forehead perhaps coming to the mat, and the glutes kind of coming down towards the feet behind me. If you need to, you can, don't go so deep. This needs to be a relaxing pose. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Nothing to do here, just to breathe. Do I notice any insight coming from my hips? Is there any information that they're giving me? Are they feeling limber today? Are they feeling tight? Can I breathe anyway? Can I accept the body and this moment as it is, not as I wish it were? Can I be fully present? We'll inhale and come back up to that neutral tabletop again. And just find the shape here. So all four corners of the hands really rooting down. I can kind of feel the palms rooting down into the mat. And as I do so, I'm just going to kind of come over the toes and then lift the knees and the hips up into my first downward dog. I may bicycle out those legs here. This is the first one of the day. So it's really important that I don't over push this pose. My ears coming down between the line of the shoulders. Maybe my heels are raised off the mat. Maybe my knees are bent. Maybe my lower belly is in contact with the upper thighs. What I'm doing here in this first downward dog is simply arriving in a shape. I want this shape to feel very similar to the simplest shape that I've done so far. And I want to pay attention to the movement of the mind. Do I want something? And if I do, can I remember to breathe anyway? What's coming up for me? Maybe pedaling out those feet for a slightly deeper stretch in those hamstrings. Or maybe not. It's your practice. I want you to move at your speed. Finding a nice stable downward facing dog here. And then slowly, 1 foot at a time, stepping that left foot forward, then the right. We're going to take about 5-6 steps to reach the top of the mat. And there really is no rush, so that we arrive in forward fold at the top of the mat. Very nice. While we're in forward fold, perhaps we keep the knees bent. Perhaps the low belly is in contact with the ground, in contact with the knees, the thighs even. Maybe I grab opposite elbows. Maybe I rock them left and right. Or maybe I keep my feet nice and balanced on the floor and my hands in contact with them. Whatever works for us. Maybe the crown of the head hangs down and I can feel that nice release in the back of the hamstrings, the lower back. Just noticing what my body is doing. And again, returning the attention to the breath when I suddenly notice that the mind has a want. Slowly, in a moment, we're going to ragdoll up on the next inhale. So very slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing ourselves up into a mountain pose. Good. Mountain pose, the feet are about hip width apart of the mat and our hands are facing forward. Nice open chest towards the front of the room. And as I breathe, inhaling and exhaling, really feeling rooted. I'm not rocking forward or back. I am a mountain. Inhaling low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And exhaling. Hands to heart center, setting an intention for the practice. What do I want to achieve today? Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Focusing on that intention. Next inhale, the arms rise up overhead. They meet in prayer above. And on the exhale, coming down and forward, back to that forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift or flat back. Perhaps the knees come to the shins or somewhere like that. And exhaling to step that right leg back to the back of the mat. Right knee drops, untuck the right toes. Inhale up, rising up for Anjaneyasana. Good. That right hip is square with the left. Nice. Maybe I come more deeply into that left knee. The tailbone is tucked under to protect the lower back. Good. And I'm inhaling deeply here. Low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. Good. Exhaling. And one more. Deep inhale. Low belly, mid belly. Feeling that opening in the right hip and the front of the right leg. On the exhale, framing the front foot, bringing the front foot to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Good. Exhaling knees, chest and chin. And inhaling for a baby cobra. Exhaling over into downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, the right leg goes high. Exhale, the right leg steps through between the hands. Left knee drops down, untuck the left toes. We'll take that Anjaneyasana on the other side. So arms rise up. Those pinky fingers come in towards each other. That left hip square with the right. Maybe I come slightly more deeply into this right knee if I can, but I've got that tailbone tucked under to protect the low back. and I'm feeling very secure. I'm rooting down through all four corners of my right foot. The top of the left foot's pushing down. I'm feeling really balanced here. If someone pushed me, I would not fall over. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, really enjoying this stretch. Exhale, good. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, framing the front foot and bringing the back foot to meet it, forward fold. Good. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reconnect with the intention. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale for that halfway lift or flat back. This time stepping the left foot back, left knee down, untuck the left toes. We'll take Anjaneyasana on this side once again. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, framing the front foot, bringing it to the back. Downward dog this time. Good. On the inhale, rolling forward from downward dog to plank. Should feel very natural. And then exhaling knees, chest and chin. Inhale for a baby cobra. And exhale over downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left leg steps through between the hands. Right knee drops, right toes untuck. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, framing the front foot, bringing the back foot to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, intention. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, keeping the right knee lifted this time. Keeping the right hand down on the mat. Inhale, left arm comes up for a low lunge twist. Good. Really breathing into the posture. Can I make sure I'm right up on the ball of that right foot so that I've got a nice lot of length all the way up that right leg. Good. On the exhale, it's like as if someone's giving me a high five on that left hand, just opening the line of the shoulders slightly. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And then exhaling, just bringing that left arm down to the mat. Good. Bringing the left foot to the back of the mat, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling forward into plank. This time you can take chaturanga if you want, if you like to do that, or you could do knees, chest and chin, just to come down. Baby cobra or upward dog, whichever works for you. And exhaling over, downward facing dog. That's very nice. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, right leg steps through. Left arm stays down on the mat. We'll do the low lunge twist on the other side. Again, can I notice the ball of that left foot really engaging the whole left leg? So that on the exhale, it's as if someone's giving that right hand a delicate high five and it just opens the line of the chest slightly. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale. Good, framing the front foot, bringing the back foot to meet it at the front and hanging heavy, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reconnecting with the intention, perhaps feeling the pulse just beating into the thumbs. Very nice. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. This time stepping both feet back on the exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, roll forward into plank. And exhale, roll back into downward facing dog. We'll take 3 or 4 of these. So on the inhale, roll forward into plank. You really want to notice that kind of fluidity. Exhale, roll back into downward facing dog. Shouldn't be needing to change the inhale, roll forward, the kind of alignment here. So that it's like the natural length of the pose. Exhale, back into downward dog. And one more. Inhale, forward. This time taking chaturanga, all knees, chest and chin to come down towards the mat. Inhale for a baby cobra or an upward facing dog, whichever's got the integrity. There's no right way to do this. And exhaling over, downward facing dog. Very, very good. We're going to slowly bring the toes to touch and bring them about forward about 6 inches. Exhale, and you can walk forward or you can hop forward here on the exhale into a forward fold. We're just going to bring the toes, the peace fingers around the toes, and just deepen that forward fold by bending the elbows out towards the side. Inhale and exhale just to lengthen. Inhale and exhale, deepening the stretch. Inhale, rolling up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Intention, non-attachment, being aware of desire, returning to the breath. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot and left foot to the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Can you make that breath loud so you hear it? Can you notice that when you listen to the breath, it stills the mind? Last inhale here. Next inhale, that right leg goes high. And just keep that right leg high for a moment. Notice, can I make sure that right hip isn't rising up too much? We want the right hip to sort of be square. The right ankle up high, maybe lift the heel from there. Good. That right foot square to the ground. And on the next exhale, stepping that right foot through between the hands, keeping the left knee lifted. I'm going to drop the left foot down to a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to heel toe my right foot out towards my right hand. On the next convenient inhale, I'm going to rise up. Good. So that right knee bending, as long as the knee's not going over the line, we're going to come up, keeping that hip square, and we're going to find a warrior one shape. Good. Again, the squareness of the hips is important. Looking up at those pinky fingers, really relaxing, tucking the tailbone, inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. This pose is called Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. And often I sort of think, oh, God, that sounds a bit violent, warrior. But there's actually a sort of very, I don't know, kind of Zen way of looking at this, I guess, which is that really what we want to find in this difficult posture is peace. So we are experiencing stress, we're experiencing maybe some tension, engaging that entire left leg, the whole of the left foot, the left thigh engaged, the right thigh also, maybe coming slightly more deeply into that right knee. Inhaling. I'm experiencing some stress, but can I bring the attention to the breath? Can I still the mind, even in this slightly difficult situation? And that's the confidence that comes. That's what we're wanting, right? Good. Next exhale, bring that right arm down to the front of the mat, heel toeing that right foot to the midline, and squaring off that left foot. So it's not like a 45, it's a square. So that the right heel is in line with the middle of the left foot. Right arm out in front of me, left arm out behind me. Maybe then I can deepen into that right knee as long as it doesn't go over the 90-degree line. Good. Can I look up? Are my shoulders above the line of my hips? Yes. How do I feel in Warrior 2? Is the mind wanting something? Is it wanting to stop? And when I notice that, can I return the attention to the breath? Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and exhaling. Good. Inhale, turn the right hand over. Exhale. Let's throw our problems behind us. And exhale. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. On the exhale, with control, taking those hands to frame that front foot, and then bringing that front foot to the back of the mat for a downward facing dog shape. On the inhale, rolling forward into plank. And on the exhale, taking knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana to come down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhaling over into downward facing dog. That's good, that's one side, very nice. Inhale, left leg goes high. And again, we'll keep that left leg square to the mat, keeping the left toe square. And just notice, is that left hip lifting? And if it is, keep the left hip in line square with the right, but then bring the heel higher. Oh yes, that's when one notices the stretch. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And then exhaling to bring that left foot through between the hands, bringing the left foot towards the left hand, the right foot down to a 45-degree angle, and with control on the inhale, finding peace in Warrior 1. Good. Again, that right hip square with the left. If it's coming back, squaring it off. Notice, is the sternum in line with the chest? Am I feeling in control and stable in this shape? Whole of the right leg engaged. Before I come down further into that left knee, is my tailbone tucked? Is my lower back protected? Are my pinky fingers moving in towards each other? And can I breathe? Did I forget to breathe? Low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and exhale, let it go. Low belly, mid belly, upper chest. On the exhale, finding warrior two. So heel toeing that left foot to be in the middle of the mat. The right foot comes square and the left heel is in line with the middle of the right foot. Good. Left arm comes forward, right arm goes back. Are my shoulders above the line of the hips? Very good. Inhaling, looking over that middle finger of the left hand. Exhaling, letting it go. Can I find peace even in the heat of battle? Can I still the mind by concentrating on the breath? Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and letting it go. Perhaps coming deeper into that left knee that's coming out towards that left pinky toe. One more deep breath. And exhale, turning the left hand over, flipping it up and throwing our problems behind us. Yes. Feeling that nice deep stretch of the left side in that peaceful warrior shape. Low belly breath, mid belly, upper chest. Good. And exhaling with control, framing the front foot. Bringing the back foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Just hanging heavy there for a moment before inhaling, rising slowly to place the arms overhead, hands to heart center. Notice the pulse beating as we reconnect with our intention. Has anything shifted for me in the mind? Do I notice anything different in the way that my body is feeling? Am I in my body? If I'm not, where am I? And can I come back here? We'll take that standing series again. We'll move a little quicker and we'll add on just a touch. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale for that halfway lift and then exhale to step back into downward dog. And breathe. Maybe making an audible sound like a ha sound. Or maybe I like to call this like the horse lips, but like exhaling through lips. Just making some noise to kind of release any tension. Good. And then inhaling to raise that right leg up and exhaling to bring that right leg through. Coming up into our warrior one shape. So the left foot comes down, the right leg bends and we come up warrior one. Good. Really feeling sense of peace, control as we exhale, warrior two. Inhale, turning that right hand over, throwing our problems behind us and just being comfortable with non-reflection and non-judgment, just total presence in this moment. Very good, yogis. This time, bringing the right elbow to the right knee. I want you to notice right elbow to right knee, but I'm not dumping the weight, yeah? I'm still kind of keeping myself up. And then grabbing underneath the right armpit to bring up this is sort of twisting open, and then that left arm comes up. If someone gave me a high five on that left hand, I'd really open up further, yeah? Finding comfort in the pose, finding the openness that's right for you and breathing into it. Low belly, mid belly, upper chest, maybe bringing that arm overhead, looking up into that left middle finger. This is extended side angle. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. Good. From here, we're going to move into warrior three. So I'm looking down at my right foot. I'm bringing the hand down just to the right elbow, and I'm actually coming up onto the ball of the left foot and squaring the hips, right? So ball of my left foot's there. Now I'm bringing the hands to heart center and slowly rocking the weight forward onto the right leg. Good. Maybe I keep a bend in that right leg. Maybe I straighten it. Maybe I open the chest. Good. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Maybe I bring the hands behind me in a very amusing shape. Maybe I bring them forward. Low belly breath, mid belly, upper chest. If I've got some sort of desire in the mind, can I still it and focus on the breath? Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And then with control on the exhale, bringing that left foot to meet the right, hands to heart center. Good. And we're just going to come down here into chair pose. So bringing the hands down and then staying bent, arms up. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. This is where the mind usually has a desire. Can I reconnect with the breath? Inhale, low belly. And on the exhale, hands to heart center and fold forward. Very good. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step both feet to the back of the mat, downward facing dog. And we can stay in downward dog, or if you want to take a flow, roll forward on the inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, over, downward facing dog. And arrive again. Ha. Breathing with the ha sound. Ha. Or those lips that whatever is required to arrive, presence in the body. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left leg steps through. And coming up, warrior one on the inhale. Nice. Pinky fingers towards each other. Tailbone tucked. Really noticing the confidence in the shape. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, down into warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. Turning that left hand over, throwing our problems behind us. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Left elbow to left knee. And again, I'm not dumping down. I'm keeping kind of active. Then my right hand comes under my left armpit, and I use that to kind of scoop the chest up before I bring that right arm up. Just creates that nice sense of an opening in the chest. If someone patted that right hand, I'd really kind of corkscrew right open, yeah? And there is the balance. We want to find that balance between being too open and not open enough. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, perhaps bringing that right hand over, looking up at that middle right finger. Extended side angle, long line of energy from the right toes all the way up that right side body into that right hand. Feeling the breath flowing through me. Getting out of my own way. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll come to warrior three. So again, just bringing my attention to that left foot as I bring my hand down just to meet, just for a moment, the ball of the right foot down on the mat and the hips square now. Good. As I bring the weight more into the left foot, maybe my left leg stays bent. Maybe I can straighten it. Bringing maybe the hands to prayer. Maybe opening the chest. Good. Ooh. Maybe I'm unbalancing. Finding the balance. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Maybe moving my arms behind me. Maybe moving my arms in front. There's no right or wrong way to do this practice. There's no winners in yoga. It's not a competition. If I fall over, I'm reasonably cool with it. Good. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. Exhale. One more. Notice the mind, even if it goes. Can I bring it back? And then with control, bringing that right foot to meet the left. Hands to heart center, straight into the chair posture. Oh, yes. Noticing, is there a desire here to stop doing chair posture? I expect there is. Can I breathe into it rather than run? Inhale. Can I find peace on the battlefield? Inhale. And exhale. One more really deep breath here. Hands to heart center, forward fold when we're ready. And letting it go. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling deeply. Good. We'll inhale for a halfway lift. And we'll exhale just to bring that forward fold back.
I'm heel-toeing my feet to be about the mat width apart. And then I'm bringing the glutes down towards the mat for yogi squat. Good. Some of us use a yoga block underneath the glutes here, and that's fine. Some of us bring the heels down to the mat, some of us don't. Whatever works for you, it's your body, your practice. Again, the thumbs in contact with the pulse, with the heartbeat. The chest opening as much as possible towards the front of the room. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhaling, letting it go. We'll move into crow pose. So if you like to take this pose, then you're bringing the hands to the mat in front of you, about a foot in front. Key thing here is where you're looking. So don't look down because then the head weight falls forward. Look forward, right? Now, if you want to join me in crow pose, we're just coming forward and coming up onto the balance. It's a delightful pose, this one. If you fall out of it, that's all right, come back in. If you don't want to take it, that's also all right. Take a child's pose, whatever you want, it's all good. Crow pose is just a fun balance. And it's nice to notice where the mind's running here, okay? If you're in crow pose, we're gonna exhale and I'm gonna try and hop back to a plank pose from here. If you wanna try that, you're welcome. And then on the plank, you can exhale, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. And inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Your pace, your practice. Exhale over, downward facing dog. And just dropping the knees to the mat, taking a child's pose. And noticing, where's the mind going now? Is it still thinking about what's just gone on? Am I annoyed at myself for losing my balance? Am I being too hard on myself? Yoga is really like a tightrope walk of the mind. It's kind of wanting to pay enough attention and enough effort so that we don't fall off that tightrope, but also being relaxed enough that we don't tense up and fall off the tightrope. It's a kind of very much a state of presence and balance. Really breathing deeply into this child's pose. Forehead coming to the ground. Deep inhale. Exhale, ha. And again. Ha. Good. Coming up to a neutral tabletop from the child's pose. And then just dropping the hips down to the mat and bringing the feet out in front for what's called staff pose or dandasana. Key thing here is I'm engaging the legs. So it's as if the back of the knees is pushing down onto the mat, right? So much so that the heels actually lift off the mat. Good. That's what enables me to make sure that the glutes are really firmly rooting down into the mat. So if I actually put the hands to heart center here, this is actually quite a demanding posture. This isn't me sitting like this. I'm engaged. Good. As I do that, I'm inhaling, rising those arms up overhead, and I'm still feeling the glutes in firm contact with the mat. As I exhale, can I keep those knees engaged? And can I keep the chest open? Yeah? That's about as far as I want to go right now. Yeah? I may notice that the legs don't stay engaged. Can I re-engage them? Can I inhale? And can I come slightly deeper? As I do so, maybe the arms reach something. Maybe they reach the mat. I can relax that attention on the legs slightly, but I want to remember where I came from. As I deepen the expression of the pose, I'm trying to avoid overarching the back. I'm trying to keep the chest open towards the front of the room. And finally, maybe the crown of the head drops down slightly. Inhale and exhale. We'll take 8 deep breaths in this pose. I want us to notice if the mind moves, can I bring the attachment back to the breath, back to this safe womb-like expression?
of my presence in the world. Every now and then in a yoga class, I'll have a moment where I just feel like the body is an expression of kind of spiritual poetry almost. Like the lower back rhymes with the upper back. The breath rhymes with the mind. And one just thinks, wow, you know, even if I'm an atheist, which frankly I think I probably am, this is connecting me with something. Something spiritual or something just inherent to being human. You know, some people talk about Krishna, some people talk about God, whatever it is you are connecting to, even if it's nothing, there's something about these expressions, these postures that connects us. And I don't like to ignore. Really gently coming out of this posture. It was quite full on when we went in. So come out of it slowly, maybe walking those hands up the knees, maybe giving your upper thighs just a little bit of a massage with the palms of the hands. And then finally finding the palms of the hands on the mat behind us. Good. We'll find, what we're going to do here is a kind of interesting posture. It's, my feet are engaged and then they're coming down to the mat and I'm lifting up the hips. Now, if that's a lot, really lifting those hips as high as I can. It's the reverse tabletop. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And you just notice you're working the opposite muscles from where we were. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and then slowly dropping the hips. Good, very good. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the ground as we roll backwards. And this time we're going to take a bridge pose. So the soles of the feet are on the ground, the feet are fist width apart. I can brush the heels with the middle fingers, and then I can slowly bring those hips up. Again, we're taking the opposite pose really from that Dandasana. Really working that lower back, but also opening the chest here. Breathing deeply. Perhaps you want to engage those hands behind the back for a deeper shoulder stretch. Low belly, mid belly, upper chest breath. And exhale, ha. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale. Good. One vertebrae at a time, coming back down to the mat. And then hugging the knees into the chest. And rocking gently left and right. Really feeling that nice sense of peace again, that sort of massaging of the lower back. And breathing normally. Good. Bringing the soles of the feet back down to the mat. We'll take a spinal twist. So bringing the knees to touch and then bringing the knees down to the left and the hips over to the right. Yeah, so it's a nice spinal twist. I'm looking over that right shoulder and my arms are in a T. So the right shoulder's in contact with the ground, the left knee is in contact with the ground. Maybe I want to bring the left hand down to the outside of the right thigh. Maybe I can use that to just deepen the stretch slightly. This needs to be an authentic, honest stretch for you. And the breath needs to be honest with it. I'm always tempted to overdo these spinal twists. We don't want to do that. Low belly, mid belly and upper chest breath. Exhale, ha, good. Inhale, the knees come back up to the midline. And just finding neutral for a second. No need to move. Exhale. Inhale, hips come to the left. Exhale, knees come over to the right. Looking over that left shoulder, inhaling low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and exhaling, ha. Again, honest breaths here, and honest expression. Is my left shoulder in contact with the ground? And if so, it doesn't actually matter where my left leg is. Maybe I'm bringing the right hand down to the outside of the left leg,
just to deepen the stretch slightly. Maybe I'm not. It doesn't matter. What matters is this isn't overdone. There's not a desire to win the posture. This is about presence. That is yoga. Yoking to the divine or to whatever we choose. Inhale, bringing the knees back up to the midline. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat width and just windshield wipering the feet there with the knees. So bringing the knees down to the right, bringing the knees down to the left. Excellent. We'll take an inversion. I'm going to move into plow pose and then shoulder stand. If you prefer, you could take feet up the wall, which is a delightful inversion, very good for anxiety. Feet up the wall is simply bringing the feet up the wall. Being very careful here to maintain contact between the lower back and the ground. So if you want to take that posture, you can. Or if you'd like to join me in plow pose, good for you, and there's no right or wrong answer. So plow pose, rolling back down onto the mat. Good. First things first, just finding the palms of the hands down on the mat and inhaling to bring those legs up into staff pose. Now, finding a connection between the lower back and the ground first, right? And then on the next inhale, rolling over oneself. I need a bit more room. Rolling over, good. So the feet coming over behind me, and then I'm clasping the hands. Good, plow pose. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Very good. Sense of abundance and joy in this pose. Even though the pose is quite constricting, can I find that sense of abundance and joy even in this moment? Good. Bringing the palms of the hands to the lower back. Slowly bringing the feet up above me and then walking the palms of the hands down in between the shoulder blades or as close as possible for shoulder stand. Inhaling deeply, flexing the feet, pointing the feet, and exhaling. Inversion. You don't do this very often during the day, or I certainly don't. And yet it's so good for us. So good for anxiety. So good just to feel what the body's like when it's turned upside down. Most of us spent a lot of time like this in the womb, upside down. So it can actually feel strangely peaceful, strangely calming. Or it can bring up all kinds of stuff and the mind can run away. And if it's doing that, then breathe through it. Inhale and exhale. With control, slowly bringing the feet back down to plow behind the head. That's how we come out. Come out the way we went in, keeping the neck still, avoiding injury. And then using the hands as brake to roll down one vertebrae at a time from plow pose, bringing the feet out so they are stretched out in front of us. Very good. Now, we'll just take a happy baby pose. So just bringing the hands to the outsides of the feet and then breathing into that. Maybe bringing the knees down towards the mat, just really stretching those hips out one last time. Maybe rocking gently left and right. Happy baby pose. Bringing the soles of the feet to touch and then slowly extending the feet out in front of us. We will take Shavasana. To set yourself up for Shavasana, just taking the hands, rolling them up the skull and then bringing the back of the skull in contact with the ground, tucking the chin slightly, maybe using the right hand on the left shoulder blade to untuck that left shoulder blade and the left hand on the right shoulder blade to untuck that, bringing the backs of the hands to the mat, extending the legs and just hanging heavy. Shavasana. I'll give us 2 minutes here and then walk us through a meditation. I won't talk, and I'll come back to us in 2 minutes.
Imagining I'm on the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe underwater, and I'm not attached to figuring out why. I'm comfortable here and happy and peaceful. Above me, I can see the surface of the sea. I can see light rippling across it. And from my comfortable position on the ocean floor, I allow my breath to just come and go normally. My breath is the breeze across the ocean. It is the noise of the waves crashing on the shore. I bring to mind something that I really, really want. I put that thing on a boat, and I bring the boat to mind. The boat is above me on the surface of the ocean. It contains the thing I really, really want. I notice my breathing. I do not try to control my breathing. I notice the boat. I do not try to control the boat. I feel my body heavy on the ocean floor. My feet, my legs, glutes, shoulders, back of the head. I notice how heavy I am, how substantial the breath. In my heart, I imagine having that thing I want. The boat disappears. I have the thing I want. I feel complete. I notice the breath coming and going. I am not attached to having things. My mind has all it needs. I can soothe my own wants without having things. I am free.
I notice the temperature of the ocean. I notice the sounds of the ocean. Maybe I can hear a dolphin making that dolphin noise they make. I do not need to be anywhere else. I am comfortable here. My thoughts slow to the temperature of the sea. My mind unwinds. I am totally golden down here. And nobody can take that away from me. I can come back here and I can choose to leave here. And neither state is right or wrong. I am simply aware of the power of my mind and my breath. The next inhale is slightly deeper and I wiggle my toes. Maybe I let go of the visualization, maybe I keep it. It's my choice. I wiggle the fingers and eventually I roll to my left side in a fetal position. I breathe there. I'm comfortable. Bring the palm of the right hand to the mat and I press up into a closing seat, cross-legged at the front of the mat. My hands are on the knees. I breathe just normally. Crown of the head rising up towards the ceiling. Hands come to heart center. We'll end the practice with the sound of Om, so breathing deeply on the inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.